I'm super happy to be starting this first podcast with you. I kind of wanted to basically start this, with this whole craziness going on of the COVID-19. I figured it'd be awesome to have both of you on because, Art, you in particular, you have a very inspirational story and, you've overcome a lot. And I feel like, there are people that really need this, right now. There are a lot of people that are using or that have been basically using the gym as like a means to cope with anxiety and depression. And so, I know a lot of people are missing that. A lot of people are kind of like losing hope. And, I just wanted to have you on to basically help share your story. And Amber, I'm super happy to have you as well.
Thank you.
Definitely love to get your input on everything as well and how you're dealing with this and how you both are. But Art, Amber, how are you guys doing today?
We're good. Happy to be here.
Yeah, happy to be here as well.
Get out of the house for a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for having us on, especially for the first podcast.
I feel like we're not 6 feet apart, though. I think we're kind of failing a little bit. But
Yeah, just a little bit right now.
but we're all
it's all for a good cause.
Yeah.
Yeah. So share your story a little bit. Like, how did you get into bodybuilding in the first place?
Well, I mean, it goes way back to when I was 17. I was playing football in my junior year. I suffered an injury that was unfortunately my football ending career, basically. I suffered a brain aneurysm, or what they say is a subdural hematoma on the left side of my head. That day, I was a scrimmage, the football scrimmage at home field, and we just started playing, and I suffered a collision. I can't remember which one it was because, I mean, when you play football, everything hurts.
Yeah.
Regardless if you tackle a running back or a receiver, and you make a good play, it's gonna hurt, and you still it feels great because you accomplished something that all the other 10 players can accomplish on defense, and you feel great because you get the praise and everybody's cheering you on. But I mean, after I tackled somebody, I really was the running back because the target was running back on most of the plays during that scrimmage. I remember my head started hurting.
Because it was like a helmet-to-helmet collision, wasn't it? Or
it could have been a helmet-to-helmet collision, or I just remember it being from the shoulder pad and up, and I just kind of laid there, and my head just started hurting, throbbing. But I mean, I figured it's gonna go away. Just because it's just a bruise. Mm-hmm. It's just like a bruise, like when you get hit or when you hit yourself, whether it be in the kitchen or anything, you just kind of like bang yourself. Mm-hmm. Eventually it goes away, just like that, and it didn't go away. And I told my coach, "Hey, my head hurts, man. What do I do?" He's like, "Well, you know what? I'll give you a break. Go to the sideline to give you a once-over for a concussion." He's like, "Don't take your helmet off."
he told you not to?
Yeah, he told me not to. Me, as smart as I was, I mean, I'm not saying I'm stupid or anything, but I was paying attention more to the pain than anything else. I just took my helmet off on the sideline and sat down, and that's the last thing I remember.
Just
Everything
blacked out.
just blacked out, snap, blackout. And from what people tell me, I was yelling, holding my head, crying, "Please help me, my head hurts. and it's a little bit more dramatic than that, from what I hear. But I didn't remember anything from that, and I woke up at a hospital a couple of days later. From what they're telling me, I couldn't see. I couldn't move my arm, my right arm. I couldn't move my right leg. I couldn't talk. I couldn't move my mouth. So I couldn't make any sounds. With my left arm, I reached to touch my head because it still hurt. It was throbbing. I feel like all my hair being gone, and all of a sudden I feel stitches,
Wow.
staples. They had done an incision on the left side of my skull, and I felt it was like the size of a baseball. So what they did is take a piece of my skull about like this big, like a baseball, and just take it off, clean the injury, which is the aneurysm, because when the blood starts going everywhere, it turns into like a jello. And they had to clean that off and see if they had to seal the vein that popped or the cut or anything. And they put it back on and sealed me. They didn't put any plates or anything. They just put some plastic clips to hold my skull from sinking in to my brain. And they're still there. So
Wow.
whenever they take x-rays or anything like that,
see it.
they can still see it. Like, hey, they're the little stents right there. They're not metal. I'm like, yeah, they're not metal, because I mean, if not, they'd probably pop out with an
Yeah.
X-ray or CAT scan.
What were your like thoughts when you were lying there? Like what were your like initial thoughts? Were you like freaking out? Were you like,
I just thought, take this pain away, like end this pain.
Yeah.
That's one of the most painful things I've ever experienced in my life, and I've been through a lot of pain, just because I'm so injury prone.
He's very
And you can ask Amber.
I'm just gonna keep him in a bubble.
Like a bubble boy.
Yeah, no, he's very. I always joke with him that he's very accident prone.
oh, well, he has you, so that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fortunately, I have my Amber to take care of me though. I love her.
So what was the recovery time?
They told me there's a probability that I either become a vegetable. When they said that, I just started flipping out.
Yeah.
And I started moving, and I couldn't see. I just heard them tell my parents that. I started freaking out and everything, and all of a sudden I felt something cold hit my shoulder.
Oh, they stuck you with a.
Stuck me with a needle, sedative, and they put me to sleep.
Wow.
So were you moving all your limbs then, or were you
Not just my left side.
Just your left side.
So when I woke up, my dad saw me and he told me, "This is what they're gonna do. They're gonna see if you can get your sight back. There's a chance that you're not gonna be able to walk or move. There's a chance that you're not gonna be able to see. There's a chance that you're not gonna be able to talk. So be ready for the worst, but I want you to be ready for anything else, because I know you can go overcome this. You're my son, and I know you can overcome this." And sorry, my dad, if he wouldn't have been there, honestly, I wouldn't have been as strong as I was, because I was scared. He was there every day, and to this day, he still calls me and see how I'm doing. He can ask Amber.
Both of his parents do.
And my mom too. She's so strong. I saw her. Well, this is after I get my sight back. But I saw her cry one time. That's it. And from then on, both of my parents were there to help me recover. My recovery time, they told me, could have been from 2 years to 5. But honestly, I swear it's because of my family and my little brother too, because he was there. He was like 3 or 4 years old. He crawled up to the bed. He just gave me a hug, and I felt him. And just give me a hug and a kiss. And my dad was like, you know what? This is your little brother. Bring strong for him. And after that, I did anything I could to get better. My rehab took 6 months.
Wow. That's amazing.
And so you had to learn how to
Had to learn how to
talk, how
walk,
to use your
talk. I gained my sight back, thankfully.
So how did they do that? Sorry.
No.
But how
Lights.
did they
Lights, and like help me move my
moving your eyes around?
eyes with sounds as well.
I think like definitely having a family that is strong, that was like there for you, I'm sure like helped like tremendously. There are a lot of people that don't have that, that like take longer to recover, and that was like your support system, and many people don't have that. So I mean, that's like a blessing.
Well, and it's like kind of goes hand in hand with like the mind body connection. If you have a family that's keeping your mind strong, then it helps kind of build your body up to where you can.
Yeah, and after that, I was fortunate enough to go back to school the next year, even though I couldn't finish the junior year. I got back into my classes. I finished them from my junior year. Then I did my senior classes, and I graduated with my class. And I was thankful enough to graduate with my class because they were saying I was probably not going to be able to. So after that, I did everything that I was able to stay fit, because I wasn't in any sports or anything. So what I did was I was still part of the football team. I was part of the filmmaking crew to take the film of the practices.
Right.
And I helped them with their uniforms and whatnot, all that. I know there's a word for it, a trainer, I guess.
Okay.
Not like the first aid trainers, but one of the trainers that helps with the equipment and everything. But the coaches would let me in to the gym, work out, and give me access so I can work out and do what I need to do. Especially they're like, well, if you need to do anything, man, just go in there, no matter what time of day. Even after I graduated. So for a year and a half or so, I went to the gym in high school and just worked out and just kind of kept in shape and did everything I could. Then I started going to college, went for college, and kind of still did the same thing. Then started living the college life. Still kept in shape, but started living the college life and did what every other college kid does, and started going to hang out with friends and partying.
Pizzas and beers.
Yeah,
Right.
basically, because I wanted to feel normal.
Yeah.
I didn't feel normal at the time, and I just grew my hair out just because I didn't feel like the scar in my head. Which don't let the hair fool you right now, because usually my hair's short. My hair's long right now.
Usually, I haven't seen it short since I met you.
Well,
It's been long, but yeah, when I met you, it was shorter.
when my
Just got
hair,
a mullet thing going right
I
now.
have I don't know what happened. I just let it grow out, but I would be self-conscious about the scar. Right now, I don't really care about my hair. That's why it's just growing. But I can do anything with my hair now and just not feel self-conscious with it.
He rocks a mean ponytail.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I saw.
Yeah, I do. I have my hair tie right here as well, and my wrist. I mean, after that, I ended up transferring to UTA. Got a better feel for the college environment and everything. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It wasn't for you.
It wasn't for me. I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, and it was like I started majoring in frat. In fraternity life, and that's probably the biggest mistake I could have done. But
You have a lot of frat boys that are going to see this and beg to differ, I'm sure.
But it's probably the best thing that could have happened to me, because I was steering into a life that I didn't like.
Right.
And if I would have kept going to college, I would have been like any other frat boy. Everybody has their own lifestyle, and the truth is, frat boys have like their own, like, how would I say?
Well, they just have like their own certain way of life, the way that they do things. I mean, I mean, most people you meet, you can meet somebody and you can tell that they've been in a fraternity or
and
the
honestly,
sororities and things like that. Like, they just have very similar personalities, and I guess what you're trying to say.
I didn't want to be a fake person.
Yeah.
And the thing that is, because you had to pay for everything.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for friends, and not in my book.
No, I agree.
You don't have to pay for friends, and that's what it was. But then I started working, and I started working out more again. Started getting in the gym at UTA, and the gym is awesome. So, and people started telling me, "Hey man, you're really fit. Like you have like a unique physique type." Like, I'm like, well, I just take care of myself. I just eat clean. Like, I just don't go out drinking like I used to or anything like that. And
But there's a lot of people though that don't, it might have been simple to you, but it's like, people, like, they just don't know how to eat healthy. They don't know, what it takes to, have a certain physique to work out,
Or they may even be thinking that they're eating healthy and not.
Because they're groomed a certain way, honestly. And this all goes back to when I injured myself. Got injured. When I was groomed to play football, it was to eat whatever you want, man. Like,
bulk up,
like, get big, get strong. And I was eating burgers. I had my routine: a burger a week, a Whataburger, triple meat, triple cheese, triple meat, triple cheese. But other than that, I mean, mom was home cooking, fast food every time I could, pizza when I could. Coaches,
well, you were kind of eating similar to that when I met. Not quite as much, but you were eating pretty similar to that.
I was eating like a powerlifter.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. I mean, powerlifters have to eat a certain weight to stay.
Because you were eating like pizza
solid
every week,
yeah.
If only.
I know it.
But like me,
he would eat like a whole pizza, like all by himself, like an entire pizza by himself.
I can't do that.
Wow.
I can't do that, honestly.
Not anymore, but I'm saying when I first met you.
When we first met, like, I could eat a whole pizza in the sitting and probably more. Mm-hmm. But now
Nice.
I can't do that.
I think between the both of us, we'll eat a whole pizza.
Probably.
But we usually ordered like two pizzas.
Mediums.
Yeah, and then between both of us.
We still have leftovers.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how we got on that, but pizza.
But,
Eating like a power lifter.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I was eating like a powerlifter, and when I started doing the powerlifting, I love being strong and everything, but I didn't like being big and chubby and everything. I just didn't like that. Like, my coach at the time was telling me, eat like this, eat the calories, and I listened to him because he's my coach. That's what most people do when they have a coach.
Yeah.
They listen to them, they trust them, and you know what? At some point, it got to be where I didn't trust anymore. So I was like, no, I need to go back to that. I need to go back to where I like my physique. I enjoy my lifestyle.
Right.
To where I can take care of myself and feel good about myself.
Alexa.
That was definitely Alexa. She's listening in.
I know I'm
Always listening.
I know I'm getting off of topic here.
No, I think it all goes together, the whole eating thing, the whole, it's your story,
Because you've been so many different shapes and sizes in your lifetime. I think that's kind of important too.
Yeah.
Because
before I even hit college at UTA, I had another surgery. I had a spine surgery.
didn't you have another?
God, I didn't know.
I had another. It was like right after my spine surgery. I had another brain surgery. It was same area, same spot, and everything. I was drinking.
Oh.
I fell down. It hit my head. Boom. On a wooden deck. It was raining that day. I just remember going to the hospital. I remember everything that day. And they told me, you need a surgery. We have to go clean that up. And I was starting to feel the symptoms, like everything going away.
Yeah.
Like I'm losing everything I gained back that first time. And I just sat down with my dad and my mom and my little brother, because he was a little older at the time. And my little brother just still didn't understand. But I just wanted them to know, like, hey, I've done this once. I'm going to do it again. And I did everything possible, like, to get better. And I did get better because I knew I could do it, because I'd been there before. And just because I've been there before doesn't mean, like, what I'm trying to say. So, what I'm trying to say is, just because you haven't been there before doesn't mean you can't do it.
Mm.
If you put your mind to something, you can do it. That's what I was telling myself. I already put my mind to this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna accomplish this again. And I was still going to Weatherford, so I had to drop my classes, and my GPA hadn't gone up because I graduated with a low GPA at my high school because of what happened.
Right.
And I accepted it. You know what? I'm happy graduate, period.
Yeah.
So what I did was, after I recovered and gained everything back, which was a slow process because of my spine surgery as well, because I couldn't run for an entire year. But I made it work. I just had to walk fast, power walk.
See, this, just shows me that, the mind is, so powerful. And, for, all these people out there who are saying, just oh, I can't do this, or, I just, I can't, I don't have the willpower. You know what I mean? You just hear your story, and it's
it's really funny because him being a trainer and listening to him with clients who are complaining about something. It's just, anytime I hear somebody try to complain to him about something, I'm just like, okay, you're in for it. Because with him, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Because he had every excuse in the book and didn't. So it's
I could have had the government take care of me for the rest of my life if I wanted to.
Mm.
My parents sat me down and told me that. I was like, no, I'm not going to be that guy.
Yeah.
I would love for the government to send me $5,000 a month. That's what they told me. Like, well, if you don't want to go to school, if you don't want, if you can't do this, I'm like, no, I still have my life. I want to see what I can do.
Well, you already accomplished so much, you know what I mean? You got through, that first surgery in less than half the time, which is crazy insane. You know what I mean? So you just had so much that you already overcame. It's why stop now? You know what I mean? You had that positive mindset, you were just so focused, to get through everything. So I think that's awesome.
It's what I tell everybody at my clients. I told Amber when we first met, it's a different mindset. What I mean by that, it's either this. It's either you have a weak mindset or a strong mindset. Mm-hmm. It's either that.
What person are you gonna be?
What are you gonna do? Mm-hmm. What are you gonna be? What are you gonna choose? So, I choose to be the stronger one.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something my grandfather told me before he passed away. Because I used to stress a lot, especially with my recoveries.
Used to?
Well, I mean, I still stress, but my stresses levels have gone down so much.
Sure.
Because of what my grandfather told me. I'm gonna say this in Spanish first because this is how he told me. Hay más tiempo que vida. There's more time than there is life. Now, if you think about it, you have plenty of time. What are you complaining for? There's no time is infinite. You have plenty of time to work on whatever you do yourself. So why do you feel rushed? That you feel like you're stressing out? And I understood that. Yeah, it finally clicked for me. Unfortunately, it clicked at a late age. When my grandfather passed away, I wish I would have had more time with him. The guy was the strongest man I ever met. He had lung cancer, and he painted cars in like a shed. And he put my father, my 3 aunts, and my grandmother through anything, and made a really good living by doing that. And he got lung cancer for them.
Wow.
And he never complained. I never saw him complain once, even at his deathbed. Never complained. And I mean, I'm not gonna say I haven't complained. Yes, I have complained.
I think we all do, to some extent.
We all have complained, yeah.
To some extent, I mean.
But I wish I could be a little bit more like him every day.
Yeah.
Because of the things that he has accomplished. And I think that's made me stronger as well because of what he's done. I'm not saying I've accomplished a lot because I'm a personal trainer. Now, if you look at my resume, yes, I've done a lot of things. But I'm a personal trainer and I'm happy. Isn't that what we all want to accomplish?
To me, that's more important than anything. Money, you know what I mean? Money's not. There are so many rich people out there that are miserable, but because they're doing things that they don't love, that they're not passionate about, but they're just doing it to survive.
Well, he's good at it. I mean, he can look at a person and tell, if they're not drinking the water like they're supposed to, if they're off of a meal or so. I mean, he's just really. I mean, anytime I'm talking to him about even certain foods and stuff, he tells you, oh, this is good because it helps this. It's going to help you do this. It's going to give you fuel to do. I mean, it's just when you're passionate about something, you're good at it. And I mean, he's just good at it.
Yeah.
And he loves doing it. So.
Well, you've helped me tremendously, take things to the next level. And I'm super appreciative. I mean, you obviously know what you're doing. You know how to manipulate, certain foods and stuff like that. And you can tell, you know what I mean? That's why it's so important for people to send you those progress pics so that, you have that eye, and not everybody can do that. I mean, that's not, not everybody can be a personal trainer. Not everybody knows how to deal with the meals and, to manipulate things and how to, offer certain exercises, variations. I mean, some people might be great at brain surgery or whatever, but then they are they're horrible at showing people or telling people what to do.
They don't have the best set of manners as well. But another thing, this goes back to what my grandfather said, patience. Some personal trainers don't have the patience.
Yeah.
And I learned that with what he said, especially with clients that are always complaining. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'll have my rants here and there, but I never will show it with my clients. because if I show that, that's when the personal trainer client relationship will diminish. Right there.
Yeah.
And they will not trust me, and they say, okay, he doesn't know what he's doing. But I told my clients when we first start as well, if I don't know this, if I don't know something, I will for sure learn what it is or what to do, because as a personal trainer, I like to learn more every day.
Oh, today, like, or not today specifically, but like even to this day is what I meant to say. He's always, especially during COVID right now, like there's, when we're stuck in, using bands or using you have at home, he's looking up different variations. And I mean, he'll buy books from Amazon about different blood type diets and things like that, which was actually, I think, delivered to the wrong apartment.
Oh, no.
And so I'm like,
Yeah, somebody opened it.
Yeah, someone opened it, and they're probably like opening it. It's like blood type diet. They're probably like, what on earth did this person order? But they brought it back because I'm sure they didn't have a need for a blood type diet book. But
well, I'm glad you brought up the bands, though, like the exercises with the bands, because I think, like, right now that no one can make it to the gym, there's a lot of people, really thinking like, oh, well, they can't do it. Like, some people aren't doing anything. Some people just like stopped exercising in general.
They don't. I hate to say it like this, but people don't like to try.
Well, and it's hard. I mean, it is hard to get into the, because you're at home, and some aren't even working, and so they're getting lazy, or they're just not motivated or creative enough.
I have my take on motivation, but go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's, it's hard to get, because like when you're getting ready to go to the gym, and then you go to the gym, you're in a whole, like, you're like getting your mind prepared to go to the gym, but it's hard when you're at home to try to get into that same mindset to work out, which we were able to. I mean, I know I have trouble doing it, but
yeah. What's your take on motivation?
Yeah,
we don't always have it.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Where's the bleep button?
That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Sound effect. But motivation is a feeling.
Yeah.
It comes and goes. Inspiration.
Yeah.
Is what's gonna get you moving.
I think that's. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. But what's gonna get you inspired enough to say, I'm gonna get this done?
Yeah.
Because inspiration is forever lasting. Mm-hmm. Motivation, you feel motivated, like, yeah, I'm ready to go, and all of a sudden something happens. Oh, no. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, COVID-19. Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, say, I'm ready to go to the gym. Oh, you pull up to the gym, it's closed. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go
I just took my pre-workout too.
Yeah.
They just give up.
Yeah, just give up.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the park. Go somewhere. Go to the track. Get a band. Do whatever.
But it also comes down to like how bad somebody wants it.
That's true.
So I mean, if somebody is doing it just to do it and not because they have like a goal in mind, then that's the type of people that get weaned out, versus the people that have a goal and also have that motivation or what was the word you used?
Inspiration.
Inspiration. That was it. Yeah.
Can you inspire yourself to do something and finish it?
Well, of course.
You have. You finished school.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good message, and definitely a good way to end this is, the whole inspiration thing. Like if somebody wants something bad enough, it has to deal with mindset. It has to deal with, their inspiration. They're wanting to achieve a goal and to really stop making excuses, I mean, if you want to become healthy, if you want to get in shape, you definitely I feel like no one can use excuses now after hearing this story. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping that kind of this will inspire everybody to, be able to push and realize that they can overcome things. I mean, that's not having a gym is so minute compared to what you had to go through,
Well, there's so many people out there who've never been to a gym and still find a way. I mean, wasn't it Arnold that was doing stuff at home and he was an Olympian,
he's accomplished so much. He became governor of California.
Yeah.
He's a freaking Terminator.
Yeah.
Would I vote for him for president? Hell yeah.
Would you vote for him because of his beliefs or just because?
No, because of
He said no.
No, overall, who he is and what he's done and what he can and would accomplish.
Is he running for? Can I run for president?
No, he can't because he's not.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He's from
Austria.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But there's something that we put in the locker room, and something we'd slap it. Like, there's a poster that we'd slap right at the door as we walked out the locker room for football. No excuses, just a result. Slap it. Boom. I still believe in that to this day. No excuses, just results. And if you can't find the result, then find it. Look for it.
Yep. I think it's a really
different mindset.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a really important message. And, I really hope that, everybody got something out of this. And, I really appreciate you coming here and sharing your story. And Amber, I appreciate you here as well, with your input and everything. But
welcome.
Thank you so much, guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks for listening in. Please be sure to check out my Facebook group, Ask Christina, where you can post your questions on topics that you'd like me to cover on one of my episodes.